Hey, DJ.
Hey, M. And hello, listener.
And welcome back to
This, That, and Chit Chat. A podcast.
That's Strictly Entertaining.
It's good to be back.
It's been so long.
Yeah, how you been?
Good. How are you?
So good. So tired.
Yeah, you've been living quite the life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the life. Finally have our lives back, sort of. Because we now have a new addition.
You do.
Which is taking... We're not a baby. We got a dog.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Dot.
Dorothy, or Dot, as many like to call her.
What do you call her?
Dorothy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, she's got to learn her name first before I can...
Oh, you've decided that her name is Dorothy, not Dot. Like,
Yeah.
I know Dorothy's her name, but like...
what she'll be called.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, Dorothy. That's funny. I hadn't even thought about like her going by her nickname. No, she's gonna go by Dorothy. She'll eventually realize that Dot also means Dorothy, but we're...
But you are viewing that this is my dog Dorothy,
Yeah,
not
of
my
course.
dog Dot. Dog Dot.
No way. Dogs deserve people names.
Dot is a person name. I will let you know.
Yeah, but
It's
like
my aunt's
if you're
name.
like, this is my... But your aunt's name is Dorothy, right?
Yes.
Right, but she goes by Dot.
But
But like if you're like, this is my dog Dot, they're like, oh, like Spot or Fido? No. This is my dog Dorothy. She has a real name. Not a dumb name like dogs.
interesting.
Yeah.
This is a weird hill to die on.
I'll die on it too.
And so, like, when you're walking her, you're like, come here, Dorothy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Dot is a mini Bernedoodle. Her dad is a miniature poodle, and her mom is a Bernese Mountain Dog. She's gorgeous. Emily hasn't seen her because she's...
We don't
sleeping
know
right
if she's
now.
real.
There's just toys scattered all over.
I just see these chew toys
Yeah.
DJ's been munching on.
Yeah. But she's keeping us busy, and I have to take her out at night. So, my sleep is literally getting interrupted about halfway through the night.
Yeah, what time does that happen?
It's supposed to happen at about 2:30 or 3.
Uh-huh.
Oftentimes I'll just hit the end without waking, like I'll just turn the alarm off without fully waking up.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it happens more like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
But, she's going out. So anyway, I'm not...
Does she make noise
exhausted.
in the middle
No,
of the night?
she is great. Like,
Okay.
I just went in to her room and opened the door, and she definitely woke up, but didn't cry when I walked out again. 'Cause
Okay.
she's just chill.
Look at her go.
We lucked out there,
Yeah.
for sure. So that's that. What have you been up to?
Just living life.
Yeah?
Livin.
Livin.
Yeah, just...
What's going on? Okay, first of all, this is going down what's going on Survivor? I haven't watched.
I'm going to be honest, neither have I.
Ah, crap.
Because I knew I didn't have to report on it, so I
Oh.
just didn't watch. I don't know what it is, but those episodes feel long. And so sometimes I'm like, I can't watch.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched. Someone give us a recap. Sorry.
Yeah.
We've been asked to comment on the drama with Golden Bachelor.
Oh, sure. Divorce after 3 months?
Yeah, but like you and I didn't watch the Golden Bachelor.
No.
But your mom had some thoughts.
Okay.
That I think are valid to share.
Sure.
I just have no way to comment on them.
Yeah.
What our good friend Kelly says is, I think we need to dive deep and unravel the falling apart of the Golden Bachelor after just 90 days. Here we complain about the younger generation seeming to anything that doesn't bring them immediate happiness, and these seasoned adults call it quits after just 90 days.
Ooh.
Did Gary really only become interested when he learned of her wealth, which was how it seemed depicted on the show? We should get
Ooh.
into it.
Man, I wish I'd watched now.
I still don't.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But that's fascinating. I
Yeah.
didn't know that she was rich and he wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's why he married her.
Your mom also wants us to look into lizard people among us, the queen eating babies or baby's blood.
Oh,
I'm not. She goes.
dark.
She goes. I'm not sure. Just know my sister-in-law says these things are happening.
It's true.
So
That seems a little dark for our pod.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we have no way of knowing the truth.
Yeah. Okay, here's my comment on the Golden Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
I think, here's the thing. I think a lot of these like non-Golden Bachelors, they'll stay together for a lot longer because they're not actually together, and they're cheating on each other, but they like want to keep the ring.
Yeah.
So like, I do feel like it's like the older generation being more integrity-ish. What's the like
Integral?
That doesn't feel
That
right.
doesn't seem right.
Having integrity,
Yeah.
right, by getting divorced rather than like pretending to be together.
That's
to
a
keep
good
the ring.
point.
But it's so funny to me that everyone was like, it's so much more wholesome and yada, and they still just like couldn't make it work.
I also just am like, why do we continue to be shocked that these couples break up?
Sure.
Golden Bachelor or not.
Well, and here's the thing. I think like there's not anything inherently. Yes, there is. If you're being filmed, of course. But like clearly, like it can work. It's happened. But I think it is like it's like what, like 12 weeks? Like it's not a long time.
Yeah.
Like I think if you had this same sort of show, though, it couldn't. No, I don't think there's really a good way to do it. Yeah.
So I will say my Bachelor recap is, I don't think we've talked about the finale. I think it happened after you left.
Correct.
So my girl was Daisy.
Sure.
Love her. And it was actually like a very emotional finale. So she didn't win.
Okay.
There's no spoilers because it's all been weeks.
Done.
So I think she was a lot of people's favorites. And so she gets to that end scene where he's going to, she shares her feelings and then in hopes that he kneels down and proposes.
Sure.
And she was like, I love you. You're the best. And she goes, but I know I'm not the person for you. So that you don't have to say it, I'm going to walk away. And he's sobbing. She's sobbing. And she's just like, I know I'm not the person for you.
Act.
Yeah. And then she goes and she finds the other girl and she was like, I am so happy for you. And you are the person for him. And this is going to be so great. And you're my best friend. And I can't wait for your life together.
What?
I want you to be as happy as you can.
That is not how they usually act.
No. It was so great.
They usually cannot stand each other by like the final 3.
Exactly. And then I think they probably wanted Daisy to be the bachelorette.
Of course.
And she was like, I'm not emotionally ready for that. She was like, why would I sign up
her.
for this? Because I'm still healing. And she goes, such a good line. She goes, if I could love the wrong person so much, imagine what will happen when I love the right person.
Oh,
Daisy for president.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
dude.
Yeah, love her.
Okay. Well,
So that's my Bachelor recap. Great news.
tell me.
I don't know if you know this. Probably not. On Wednesday drops a new season of The Circle.
We haven't watched in a long time. We should watch this one.
Yeah.
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 So good.
Okay. All right. On Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you saying together?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It's
oh.
way too big. A commitment.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They drop
All of a sudden I was like, I just said yes and I
they
don't
drop
know.
like 4 episodes at a time.
Yeah, but we have to watch. I was talking about this with my brother Sam the other day. I do think The Circle was best season 1.
For sure.
And season 2 was fine, but the more people watch it and come in with this wild strategy, and
Yeah.
I think it's gotten a little bit lost, but it's still so good.
It's still good. And I think like season 1 was great because like it was just pure and wholesome.
Yeah.
I do love the strategy that's coming, right? Like that people are coming in realizing like how the incentive structure works and like trying to figure that out. And then that they're throwing in all these like new, they like bring on fake people as celebrity.
Yeah.
That's been super fun. So it's been like very fun. But yeah, that first season was something special.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about your trip to Europe?
Dude, I'll tell you all about my trip to Europe.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
Oh.
If you haven't been to Scotland, turns out Amy has not been hyping it for nothing. It's amazing. It was the place we were the longest. We weren't planning on being there the longest, but there's a train strike.
Oh.
And it was the best. We would go back in a heartbeat. Then we saw a Liverpool game. Lauren cried a lot because she's been wanting to see them live for 20 years now. So that was great. And then we had one day in London and we walked ourselves to the bone trying to see everything, which was great. So the sights were awesome. The people were a mixed bag.
Per usual with a location.
Yeah, I would say it's probably worse in Europe than
Okay.
most places. They just have no regard. Like, they could not care less whether you're happy with the way the interaction. You just have them turned out.
Yeah.
Right? So unless it's like a paid tour guide, the tour guides were wonderful because it's like a profession there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like a high schooler, like, what's up? So the tour guides were great. Everyone else, pretty terrible, honestly. Don't recommend living in Europe.
Oh.
Visiting, probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't live there.
Or if you live there, do you just not care anymore?
Maybe.
You
But
just
that's
get
not
used
for
to
me. Dude, I don't know if I could ever get used to having to pay for water at every single
Yeah,
place I
that's
go.
valid.
And not having public bathrooms. Like, what is wrong with you people?
What are we doing?
I know. You're like living in this like more communal society, right? Like they have like better public transit. Public transit was great
Yeah.
for the most part.
Everyone sits in cafes outside.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more community
Yeah,
sense.
for sure. You're like living in these old cities that weren't built for cars, and so
Yeah.
they're much closer together, and what yada yada yada. But you don't have public bathrooms, and when I go to a restaurant, I have to pay for the thing keeping me alive. Like what? I mean, it was just a weird place. Just so many interactions. Lauren and I just looked at each other and was like, "What the heck just happened?" So beautiful place. Could never live there, and the British were one thing. We had a French stewardess on our way home. Oh my gosh, like the worst person on earth. The French deserve.
So the stereotype is valid.
Dude, at least with this stewardess, she was like the meanest person. Lauren, we walked onto the airplane and like I showed her where my seat was, and Lauren was like, "Oh, that's my husband. I'm sitting next to him." And she's like, "I need to see your ticket." Like not even like where they check to make sure you can board. Like on the plane, she's just showing you where your seat is.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, that's my husband. I'm sitting right next to him." And she's like, "I need to see." And I'm like, "Okay." Freaking French.
DJ's ticked.
Dude. Europeans. So, yeah, good trip.
Okay.
Did you watch the eclipse?
Kind of.
Sure.
I
Not totality.
No,
Yeah.
I was here. I didn't have glasses.
Oh. So how did you kind of watch it?
I just like would take really brief glances at it.
Just like, yep, that seems less bright than it was an hour ago.
Well, yeah, and then I'd be like, "Oh, yep, there it is." And so, yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was actually shocked like no one on my street was standing outside.
Yeah, the one in 2017, I remember just like, I mean, because totality was in Idaho and
Yeah.
like West Coast, right? And like people out here
Yeah.
were, had the glasses on watching it. Yeah.
Yeah. So one day I'll see one.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
In 2017, I was moving, and I remember me and my roommates were like, "Oh, look at those cool moon shapes on the ground. We don't have time. We gotta go." So one of these days,
Yeah. Whatever, it's going to be like 10 years, I think, till the next totality in the United States. Do what you can to get there.
Okay.
It's freaking sick.
You went to Ohio, right?
Yeah, we were picking up Dorothy on the same day.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. Middle of Amish country. Amish are huge dog breeders, right? You think you're going to Amish country to pick up a dog, it's an Amish person breeding it.
Why would I think that?
Because tons of people get their dogs from the Amish.
You just said that like that was a blatant fact we should all know.
Oh.
You know the Amish than them dog breeders.
Listen, they
Like,
are.
what?
Dude, like
Okay.
everyone I know who's gotten a dog in the past 3 years has gotten it from an Amish.
Oh, Amish person. I don't think you can say from an Amish.
I think you can.
Okay. Let's be honest, they're not listening to the pod. They're not.
They're not. So, we went up to Amish country, and it's this family who's not Amish, moved to Amish country,
Oh,
because in
just-
Ohio, monkeys are legal. So they wanted to have a pet monkey, so they moved to Ohio to get one.
that's who gave you Dorothy?
Uh-huh.
These monkey people?
Monkey people.
Oh, wow. So this made me think of a TikTok I saw today where this person like they were like in their house. Like, it was like a bedroom, and they had what looked like on the wall painted like a barn, right?
Sure.
With like cute names. So it looked like, and they went to open up a gate. So I imagine they had like dogs
Sure.
of something, and these monkeys come spilling out. And it was terrifying because when you're expecting something
Sure,
to come
yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground,
yeah.
and these massive monkeys start crawling out of the wall, it
Oh,
was
they were
terrifying.
like big?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No. That's a lot of monkeys.
I would love a monkey.
There was 6.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot for one house.
That's a lot.
And that's coming from someone who watched
Though
Tito
that's
and Cheeto.
That's probably.
Remember them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Though that's a lot better than these guys. These guys had just a little capuchin, so it's like little, and it was just in like a cage, like not very big. I was like, dude, that monkey first of all needs a room to
Yeah.
itself, and second of all, like shouldn't be in that room except basically to sleep. Like
Yeah.
they're super social creatures.
Do you think the monkey's there all the time, or is the monkey just there because you were there?
No, monkey's there all the time. We talked to him on the phone. I knew they had a monkey because
No, I'm saying, do you think the monkey's in the cage at all times?
it sounded like it. The kids, we were like, it was the weirdest experience. It's a mother-daughter
Well, yeah,
team.
they moved to a state just so they could have a monkey.
Well, and like it's a mother-daughter team who do the breeding, and the mother wasn't there, so it's this teenage girl, like handing off our dog to us. Did not know how to talk to adults. Like,
Interesting.
just weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
she's healthy. We went to the vet this week, so no problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird all
Interesting.
around. Yeah, but yeah, we were talking to the kids, and they were like, I was like, "What's it like having a monkey?" And they're like, it's not as good as we'd hoped.
Oh,
So yeah,
gall.
I think they like wanted a monkey. In theory, it sounds good,
Yeah.
but they're like not disciplined enough to have a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's sad.
because I've seen there's this guy on TikTok when I used to have TikTok
Yeah.
who had a monkey, but he was like really good with it, right? Like he was like, I'm the troop leader. We're in a monkey troop, so like when he'd go for walks, he'd let it off leash, and it would like just jump around in the trees everywhere. Mm-hmm. But it like trusted him enough that when he said, "Okay, we're going home," it'd come to him.
Yeah.
Right? So like, it was like real. Anyway, these kids are not that guy.
Interesting. Wow. They're gonna.
Monkey. I'll never get one, but I'd love
No.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's my update. That's where we've been.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you guys remember, we asked for secrets
Secrets.
and drama and things you wanted us to reveal
Yeah.
secretly and anonymously. And only 2, I found out 2.
Okay.
Only 2 of you provided us with any content.
Okay.
One not anonymously. That's why I forgot. I helped hire 2 nurses in unrelated positions at unrelated offices. Once the second one started, I learned that they had a relationship about 15 years ago.
Wait, I know this. Oh, I
Yeah.
know who submitted this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. The other secret.
Yeah.
Girl just, I don't know who Girl is. Girl just told me she's kind of dating 2 people. Is this a sitcom? I am kind of proud of the gender swap, but still.
Oh, because usually it's the
Usually
dude
it's
playing.
men.
Yeah. What up?
Yeah.
And power to the women.
Yeah.
See, that's juice. Maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't have said secrets. Maybe we should have said anonymous drama.
Yeah.
So hopefully that inspired you.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah. And we'll post the link one more time. If we get some more posts, we'll try it
We'll
again.
try it, but
But it seems like you guys just don't have dramatic lives, which good for you. But
or you think we would figure out who it was, given
Yeah.
that the one of the 2 DJ says, I know who this
well,
is.
he told us.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Can I tell you something offensive that happened to me yesterday?
yes, of course you can.
Yeah. As it happened, I was sitting there and I was like, I got to tell DJ about this.
Uh-huh.
And it's honestly something I never thought would happen in my life.
What is going on?
I got called a nerd yesterday, which that's not that surprising.
Sure.
But I got called a nerd because I don't want to play D&D. Can we believe that?
Fascinating.
Yeah. I was talking to people from your old D&D crew.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were like, would you ever play? And I was like, not a chance.
I played to call it my old D&D. I played once with them.
Well, they acknowledged that you used to be in the crew and now you're not. So that's that. And I was like, no, because I think I couldn't handle if someone was like, oh, I just rolled the dice and got 10 XP or whatever the heck y'all say.
Right.
And they were like, oh, so you're judgmental. And I said, 100%. And so then I asked some other people around. I said, do you play D&D? And they're like, sometimes. And
It's super common.
I get that. And I think it's great. If
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah. And so then the ringleader
Yeah.
looked at me and said, now don't you feel like a nerd? I said, how dare you? So I just want to know, that's wild. that I was called a nerd for not wanting to play.
Sure.
Also, you'll be so proud of me.
Okay.
Maybe not, because it's not working out. I borrowed a Brandon Sanderson book from the library. I think I'm too dumb for him.
Which one did you borrow?
This is every time I tell somebody this part, they like roll their eyes at me. One of the youth fiction ones, The Rhythmatist.
Oh, wait, the like those are like for kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't read those. You need to read one of his regular ones.
The ones that are like 1,400 pages long?
No. You read not Yumi Tress is like what, 400 pages? Or what are they called? Mistborn is like 300 pages. I think. It's not that bad.
I saw a cover of a Mistborn book at the library, and the people on the cover were wearing like pocket watches and newspaper boy hats or so. I don't know.
Oh, that's the second generation of Mistborn, but yes.
And I was like, I can't do this.
No. The first generation is more medieval traditional fantasy. The second generation is a Western.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just recently got invited to a fantasy book club.
Oh.
So your girl's dabbling in some cloaks and elf stuff.
Yeah, that's new for you.
Yeah, we haven't done any of it yet. I got
okay.
about 4 pages into the Rhythmatist, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I've not even dabbled in that.
Well, and everyone's like, yeah, Brandon Sanderson's the best. And then I tell them I'm reading that one, and they're like, that's for children.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's above my pay grade. So, so yeah. But just thought.
Good for you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
We're trying to expand our horizons.
Yeah.
But I also think people don't know if I can read, but I promise I can.
Okay.
Because someone was like, oh.
Clearly not at a super high grade level, but.
Clearly not at 6th grade, but like below that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because someone was like, but if these books are too much for you, there's some teen novels you could read. Which is just a wild thing to say to someone.
They're just trying to be inclusive.
Like someone who's like graduated college.
Clearly you have like a learning disability for reading.
Clearly, like, you don't know how. I asked someone yesterday what they like to read, and he looked at me dead in the eyes and said, oh, I'm illiterate. And he was so serious that I didn't know if he was being for real or not. But he's not.
We had a friend.
He knows how to read.
I had a friend in college who, there was a running joke that she was on a literacy scholarship to BYU because she was illiterate.
I love that.
And I don't remember the specifics, but I do remember that there was someone who like wasn't sure if it was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy I dated would tell people that he was teaching me how to read. And his family was like, oh, that's great.
Oh,
I knew how to read.
So they believed it.
They believed
That's
it,
awesome.
which is wild because I have glasses.
Have you ever met someone who you're like, I'm not actually sure that you know how to read. I think you've just memorized things. Like where things are and what symbols mean. Like that vague symbol means grocery store.
No. Who are you hanging out with?
I don't know.
Another sad news for you.
What?
I watched Trolls 3 recently.
Is it not good?
That's bad.
I don't even know. I've seen Trolls 1. I don't think
Excellent
I saw
film.
Trolls 2.
Not great.
Okay. They're just downhill.
Yeah, Trolls 3 they had NSYNC in it.
Oh, fun.
That's like why NSYNC got back together was to be in the Trolls movie. So
I don't think that's why they got
They
back
haven't
together.
done anything since. It was purely for Trolls 3. I don't know what to tell you. And they play a boy band in the movie.
Okay.
But there's like some really dark themes, like hidden family members, like that the dad had a kid that nobody knew about and they find out. Spoiler. Or like there's a lot of kidnapping and a lot of like adult humor. It's on Peacock if anyone wants to watch it, but it was wild.
So it's not like it's.
I think I think a kid could watch it,
Yeah.
but your girl
Couldn't.
your girl's in it, not your real
Oh,
woman.
M-Train?
No, Amy Schumer.
Oh. Calling Amy Schumer my girl is a big stretch.
Your celebrity crush, Amy Schumer, is in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Anything else? I'm just popping up random facts that I wrote down.
That Justin Timberlake song from the first Trolls movie
Oh yeah,
is incredible.
so good. That's a banger, man.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's electric.
Boogie woogie. Back to the monkeys.
Okay,
I think we should acknowledge how many monkey movies are coming out currently.
there's another Planet of the Apes.
Monkey Man. It's not about monkeys, but
Right.
it has monkeys in the
I
title.
can't wait to see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
It looks like an Indian John Wick. What else do you need?
I've never seen John Wick, so I have no comments on
Yeah,
that. But
it's like just like it's like super graphic, choreographed, beautifully choreographed action.
oh, should we talk about Tom Cruise again? You were really mad that I said he gave me the.
Yeah, you disparaged him publicly.
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
Dude, watch all of the MIs and then come talk to me. The man has turned action movies into his, like, he has perfected the craft. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's true.
His run is incredible. He's gotten faster as he's gotten older. I mean, he's probably slowed down, but like
Yeah.
when he was like 20, he didn't run as fast as when he was like 40. And now he's like 60, right?
Okay.
Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah.
I thought there was another monkey movie coming out, but maybe I'm wrong.
There's the two. That's a lot.
That's a lot of monkey
Well, and one of
movies,
them's not about monkeys.
but it's in the title. So maybe we should look into that, you know?
Yeah. Have you seen the other Planet of the Apes?
No.
I kind of want to.
I
now
kind of
that
want to
this one's
watch
coming
them.
out.
Yeah. I'm not anti-monkey like my roommate Jess is. She hates monkeys.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
get that.
If they're on screen, she like gets nauseous.
Really?
Yeah. She also gets nauseous at Shrek. But I recently watched Shrek 1 and Shrek 2.
Because they're great.
They are.
Shrek 1's better.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah.
Shrek 2 is good.
No, I disagree, but sure.
Like, it's gone up in the rankings the more I watched it. It's
Okay.
still like not.
Okay. I guess I
competition
haven't
for me?
watched it since like a long time.
And
But
I-
like the first two times I saw it, I was like, why do people like this?
Yeah. And I think Shrek 1, the nostalgia for me also helps amp it up.
Dude.
But Shrek 2 just had its 20th anniversary, so it was in theaters this past weekend.
Right.
So I went to go see it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
theaters,
yeah.
which was kind of fun.
Oh,
But
that is fun.
yeah.
And you watched Shrek 1 in preparation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Smart.
if people want to know, all 5 of Christopher Nolan's movies are coming back to theaters this month.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Lauren hasn't seen Tenet.
I don't know. I think that's one, but I'm going to go see Inception in theaters because I've never seen it.
Ooh. Wait,
Yeah.
at all?
Never. Not once in my whole entire life.
I wonder how well, meaning like at the time it was like groundbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
mind blowing, right? Like,
The beauty is I know absolutely nothing about
Really?
it. Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure to give you guys an update here in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
It's a trip. It's a good one.
I'm excited for the first time for me to see it will be in theaters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that, like, post-COVID, that they've started, like, people aren't going to the movies as much, so let's bring back some old movies
Let's
so that
fill
those
it
who
in.
do go to movies can come see.
Yeah.
They'll come more often if we have, like, reruns. Which
Yeah.
has been great.
Because I don't feel like right now there's tons of new movies coming out all the time.
No.
So, like, let's fill it
It was
with-
COVID, and then there was the actor strike, and then
Yeah.
the writer strike. Just like, my gosh, people.
Yeah. It's not
Get
a lot
a
of
real
great.
job.
I stand with the writers. What music are you listening to right now?
I'm working on my summer playlist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Should we
yeah.
do another some year of this?
course.
But they need to not pick the wrong song again.
Oh, you're
We need to
talking
be
the
more clear.
bracket. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking just a playlist.
No, I know you will, but I'm saying
No, I'm saying a pod playlist.
okay. But we did that last year because of the bracket.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should do the bracket again.
Okay, let's do the bracket.
Okay. So guys, get ready. Starting in May, we'll do it because we need to have the song ready by the time summer starts.
Yeah.
By Memorial Day.
By Memorial Day, which is the official start of summer.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Yeah. I don't know anything. I mean, I'm just listening to regular stuff. What are you listening to?
nothing in
Oh,
particular.
okay. I didn't know if you had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lizzie McAlpine's album is what I'm currently
You know what
listening
I did
to.
hear a lot of while I was in the UK?
What? Kesha.
No.
Oh,
George Ezra.
man.
His new hit was like the one from last summer.
Yeah.
Was on a lot.
How great would it have been if he was touring while you were there?
Dude, it would have been cool. I wouldn't have seen him, but it would have been cool.
Why wouldn't you have seen him?
We didn't have time. Yeah.
See, I saw a lot of B-reels of you just hanging out in your hotel room. I saw you just sitting on your bed a lot, so
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you could squeeze in a concert
Sure,
for our man George. So what movie are you most excited to see? Look, we got to fill up a podcast, and you're over here napping. I gotta.
I just thought we were gonna rant, wreck, and random question. Monkey Man is the one I'm looking forward to most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Planet of the Apes. This is a pro monkey podcast.
No, okay. Actually, though,
I don't know anything
I'm excited
coming out.
for Monkey Man. I'm also excited for Civil War, though it's gotten some not great reviews.
Yeah, I see either people giving it like 4 stars or like 1.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I didn't realize?
What?
That is not just being released in the United States, which like makes sense. But like in my mind, like we saw it on buses in the UK, like advertising for Civil War, and I was like, oh, I guess that does have just broad appeal. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know.
Interesting.
I'd be interested to see how well it does in the United States versus out,
That would be interesting.
because maybe they wouldn't realize how dumb the map looks. Have you seen the map of like how the states get divided up? Yeah, it's dumb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
So I can see you're watching Kim's Convenience. It's currently on the television. I'm currently watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is pretty
dude.
good. So good.
We're almost through what's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Then we'll have to go to Peacock.
Which, so frustrating.
I don't understand how that works, because like NBC also, like all 7 seasons or 8 seasons are on Peacock.
Yeah.
So clearly NBC has the rights, but does like Fox still have the rights to
I
just
think
the first
so.
4 seasons? How does that work?
And then I'm like, why would you put it on there? I don't know. It just was weird. And I didn't know it until I reached the end when it just like ended. And I was like, there has to be more seasons. But it's just so much better to watch on Netflix because there's no ads.
Yeah. And like, I think technically you can pay for ad-free Peacock.
Yeah,
like,
but who's
why
doing
would
that?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only service I pay for ad-free is Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're clearly sick of my questions, so let's go to freaking rants, wrecks, and random questions.
All right. I'll start because I'm
Okay.
super hype.
Yeah, you're
My
ready.
rant.
Yeah, go for it.
The constancy
I don't know. Say
of
the rest
maintenance.
of it. Okay.
Just like, I just mowed my lawn 2 weeks ago. I gotta mow it again. Mm-hmm. The deck, like, you constantly just have to sweep it. Clothes, just keep getting dirty. You have to
Yeah.
keep doing laundry.
That is-
Dishes,
Ugh.
they always get dirty.
Yeah.
And you gotta do them.
Amen.
And I guess dishes, there's a solution. You
There
can just
is.
eat it off paper plates.
Yeah,
But then trash, you gotta take out the trash.
yeah,
It's just like,
always.
So much.
Life never stops.
no. And when you have, I think this is harder for me than most people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like part of like how my depression manifests, is just like the like mundane tasks are just like so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like so sick of having to take out the trash again.
Yeah,
You know, I just took it out.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's my rant.
that's a very valid rant. No, I get it. I also feel that way with like grocery shopping.
Oh,
Or
we hate
like
grocery shopping.
like buying shampoo or conditioner. I'm like, the minute one runs out and I buy it, I feel like 2 days later something else runs out and I have
Yeah.
to buy that too.
Yeah.
But like, we're not made of money, so we're not getting like I don't have
Worst.
3 shampoos so that when one runs out, I'm ready for the next one. So I got to go to
Totally.
the store again.
I have started for a lot of those things, like soap, meaning like hand soap,
Yeah.
dishwasher detergent, shampoo, like deodorant. Like I try to have 2 always. So then when one runs out, I still have one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I know to go to the store.
Yeah.
But that's even
It's
really
the
hard.
worst. And it's hard like in my phase of life where I like share a house with people.
Sure. You don't
That-
have that much storage space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what can you do?
Yeah.
Okay. My rant is when people ask me questions that they can Google.
Oh my gosh. I used to be so obnoxious about this.
And I used to have a phase where I was like, oh, I'm actually out of Google minutes for the month.
Do you know about the website Let Me Google This For You?
No, is it just a link to Google then?
It sends them like a little like interactive video. I don't even know what to describe it, but it literally like you like send them the link, they click on it, and it shows whatever they asked you getting typed into Google and searched, and then they can use it.
It's just, and this will probably come back to bite me in the butt at some point.
Yeah.
But like people who, I can see if you ask online for recommendations for like a mechanic or maybe a hair salon.
Sure.
Or like maybe a restaurant. But if you're like, hey, does anyone have any recommendations of fun things to do in Omaha? Have you ever heard of Google? They actually will tell you things to do. Or like random facts that people are like, oh, you should look that up. And I'm like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah.
And so I just think a lot of our questions can be answered by Google. Mm-hmm. Maybe Google it first and then ask me.
Yeah. I'm worried. Well, not worried, but I keep wondering if you're going to trigger the Google Home.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, it's all good. It wouldn't matter, but anyway.
So that's my rant.
Great rant.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you want to be obnoxious, just let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I stopped because people get ticked.
There was one time, I think it might have been Zach was like trying to figure out a ride somewhere. It must have been to an airport or something. And a mutual friend sent him the link to Uber. He was like, I just don't know how I'm going to get home from the airport. And she was like, here you go. I think that's valid.
Yeah. I've been that obnoxious before. I support that.
Yeah.
Okay. My rec. Mm-hmm. This is like the only thing that Disney Plus is good for.
Oh, that's
watching musicals.
Okay.
Last week, I watched Encanto and The Greatest Showman. Brought me so much joy. Mm-hmm. First of all, Encanto is the best. Right? You agree?
I do not. But I'm going to let you have your moment.
Also, Greatest Showman is the best. And it's just, watching musicals is so fun.
Yeah.
You can like sing. Musicals, yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
So your rec is watching musicals on Disney Plus.
That's just watching musicals.
Okay.
Sing along to them.
That's fun, yeah. I think I've told you this, but I think most BYU moment is I went to a sing and dance along to The Greatest Showman in Provo.
So fun.
Yeah, it was very fun.
That's very BYU.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, my wife would make fun of you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come at me, Lauren. It's okay. I don't do it anymore. I was a different person. My rec. Mm-hmm. And if you're friends with me on Be Real, you already know this. The little felt birds from Target. You don't know these. Mm-hmm. Okay. So every season, they come out with these $5 birds. Uh-huh. And let me show you. I got pictures. Okay. Don't worry. I'll post them on the Instagram too.
Oh, cute.
Look at that bird in a floaty. And then look at that picture.
What a proper lady.
So every season they drop these felt birds. Mm-hmm. And it is wild, the craze that goes on. If you don't get them in a couple of weeks,
they're gone.
They're selling on eBay for like $50 to $60.
Wait, really?
They're $5 when they come out.
What the heck?
Or if you buy them,
they're different every year. Like they're collectible.
So there was a Valentine's one. These are the summer birds. There's a 4th of July one that's potentially coming out.
Wait, what?
And so I didn't know when the summer ones were dropping. So I Googled it because, you use Google when you want to know something. And I found a whole Reddit thread of all these people obsessed with these birds. And they were like, these are the summer birds. Click through if you don't care about spoilers. So there's like a whole community about them. But I love these dang birds. I have 6 of them. And I'm obsessed.
That's crazy. I'm going to eBay right now.
Yeah. They're called featherly. Featherly
I can't
friends.
believe I hadn't heard of these because most of these like craze things.
Well, I don't know if it's that big of a. It's not like Starbucks Stanley Cup tumbler big.
Sure.
But like, there's a community.
Who did the Stanley Cup?
Stanley.
No. Didn't Target do a special?
Target had some that were and people were literally mobbing the store.
Target birds.
Yeah, Featherly Friends. If you want to know the specific brand.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
They're selling on Target so if you have extras of these and you want to sell them, You can go on eBay and you can sell them from anywhere from $10 to $50. It looks like.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you can buy the same brand via Walmart for $30, but they're $5 at Target. So like you really gotta go.
No way.
And like I hate to admit, but last week I went to 4 stores looking for these dang birds.
So
Found
how
them.
long have you been doing this?
I got some for Christmas.
Okay.
I got mini ones at Christmas time. It was so cute. And then I was gifted one for Valentine's Day. And then I have these 2 summer birds.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I don't want people to get in on it because they'll take my dang birds, but I love them.
That's cool. Yeah, don't do it, but that's your
But
right.
like support me in my search for the birds.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh yeah, they did like a Christmas one. There's Mary, Joseph, and
Yeah,
Jesus.
they're so cute.
That's cool. All right, here's my random question.
'Kay.
It's not actually super random.
Oh, all right.
What are you most looking forward to this summer? It was very warm out this weekend, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling very summery.
I'm hopefully going to Europe at the end of May with my friend Haley. Currently the plan is Denmark.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Sorry, I saw an ad for Young Sheldon and got amped. Just kidding, I've never seen it. And then planning a trip to Utah for sometime probably in July.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got a big birthday coming up this
Utah?
year.
What are you going to Utah for?
Just to hang out. Haven't been in a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
excited for you.
Yeah.
What part?
Utah County, probably.
P-Town?
Yeah. Anybody want to have a meetup?
Yeah, if you want to meet up, any of you pod listeners in Utah want to do a pod meetup
Yeah.
with just Emily, because
Yeah.
I won't be there.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds fun.
What about you?
Here's what I'm looking forward to. Actually, this is genuine. This is what I'm most excited about. Hopefully, this will happen. But I would really like to get my dog excited about water.
Oh, okay.
I'd like her to like water so that we can go kayaking with her.
Oh, fun.
So that's kind of my goal for the summer.
Okay.
And what I'm looking forward to if it works out.
I love that.
Yeah.
Dorothy on a boat.
We'll see.
You want to know my random question?
Yes.
It's not a joke. At what point does a breadstick become a small loaf of bread?
It's definitely about girth. Right?
That is such an
Length
ugly
doesn't-
word.
Length doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know if that's true.
It's the length to width ratio, isn't it?
Okay.
The length to girth, because like
Not height.
it becomes a flat bread. Well, no, it's the full, right? It's not just width; it's width plus height,
The volume.
but not length,
Okay.
right? So it's length to girth.
Okay.
I don't know. It's. I couldn't tell you, but I know it when I see it.
Okay. You wouldn't. If they brought you a loaf of bread at Olive Garden, you'd be like, take this back.
Yeah. If they brought me,
Yeah.
If they tried to pass off a loaf of bread as a breadstick, I'd be like,
And you wouldn't
That's
be
a
like,
loaf of
oh, thanks, I got more.
yeah. I think here's what I think: when it's so big that you can't just like rip it by just bending. You have to like rip. Does that
So
make
now
sense?
you're talking about consistency and density.
Not necessarily. Like it's also just about size.
But like a small,
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, like
Okay.
it's harder to rip like Italian or French bread.
Right, but if
But
they
so
were,
if it was really
but if
tiny,
they were breadstick size, it might not be.
but you'd still, I think, have to rip. You know those really hard rolls where you're like really
Yeah. I don't know.
okay.
But I, can't define it, but I know it when I see it.
Okay, I don't have an answer. I just was curious. Yeah.
Did you go get breadsticks recently?
No, I just saw someone pose that question online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You get a lot of your good questions there.
I know. I save them all. I'm like, I gotta ask DJ this. gotta see what the people have to say.
Emily and I were texting, and she goes, "By the way, I'm not asking about Europe because I want to save it for the pod.
Yeah,
We just build our lives around content."
we've had 3 weeks of no communication. Well, then also
What?
rant part 2.
Okay.
Raise your hand wherever you are listening, in the car, at home, working, if you too are annoyed that DJ doesn't have an iPhone anymore.
Dude, okay, listen to this.
Because there was times in Europe I was like, oh, I should probably text him about this, but I was like, I don't know if he has texting.
First of all, WhatsApp me. Second of
I
all,
am not WhatsApping you.
Second of all, then Messenger me.
I'm not
Oh
messaging
my
you.
gosh. You're making this so hard.
I just waited the 3 weeks and we were.
My
To be
gosh.
honest, I don't remember a single thing I was going to text you that I then did not.
Oh my gosh.
But I want to know how many
honestly-
people are raising their hands right now.
No, here's the thing. It's so annoying. Meaning I'm annoyed at myself.
Mm-hmm.
It is so... Apple has made it so hard to not have an iPhone. Like, Android is doing everything it can to get around it. And Apple, like, constantly changes their code.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have to tell people if they want to be in a group chat with me, do it on WhatsApp because sometimes it just doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah.
It is so frustrating.
I will be honest, I have WhatsApp for a couple group chats I'm in, which is just like inconvenient to have another platform.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like anyone who's willing, I'm just kind of moving over to WhatsApp very slowly.
Like all of your texts?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because, like, it's just easier. Most people have it these days. It works on both Android and Apple seamlessly.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's secure. Anyway. But I agree. I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, I've thought about just getting rid of this and getting an iPhone again because it's super annoying. I'm not even on my wife's family's group chat because, like, we went through this hassle, like, when I got the phone, and then we went through another one, and we were just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just update me.
Yeah.
I don't want to annoy your family.
That's valid.
So,
That's valid.
and my family's group chat had to move to WhatsApp because my sister's in Africa right now.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's so fun watching her updates.
Yeah.
Look at her go.
She's like almost done. Having a great time. So I think they go on like a 9-day excursion at the end of it. So, yeah.
I'm shocked by how consistently she can post on Be Real
Yeah.
in the middle of like this African village.
They have like fine internet. Like if 3 or 4 people try to stream at once, that's
where
too
it goes.
much. But you know, for like texting and you know, a couple other things, it'll work.
Okay.
So, well,
This has been great.
if you share your drama, we'll have a drama episode next week. Otherwise, it's going to be a surprise for you and me.
Yeah, tune in next time to see what we decide to talk about. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.